Good morning, good morning. How is everyone this week? Oh, yay, Frank. So between this video and the Instagram video, I adjusted the camera because during Instagram, I was kind of sitting like directly in front of this little catch cup, and Frank kept trying to get in the picture, but like he couldn't get past the catch cup. So Frank is a star in his own right. He needs to be in the frame, right? So, how's everyone's weekend this weekend? Happy Father's Day to all of you dads out there, all of the seahorse dads, all of the awesome fish dads and real dads and moms who are doing double duty. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Did you do anything exciting this weekend? I've got a little bit of exciting news. Not super crazy, but I went to Target, and while I was at Target picking up a few things, I found this really cute, in the kids section, this really cute bath mat. It's all blue with like little white waves on it. I was like, oh, that's perfect. So now I've got a little mat that sits in front of my fish tank. It's really nice in front of this fish tank, so that when I do water changes, like any of the drips will be caught. So it's nice. Pretty excited about that. Just a little something new. I don't know if you've been able to see it in the other videos, but you can see right here, this used to be my heater. It's Vegas, we're hot, there's no need for that heater anymore, so Frank, what are you doing over there? I move the camera and Frank comes on the other side where he wouldn't go the whole rest of the time. Goofy fish. So yeah, don't need that aquarium heater. Just a note for everyone, and I might talk about this a little bit more next week. It's starting to heat up, it's summertime, so make sure you got stuff ready for those summertime temperatures. Let's see, I'll show you guys my cute little mug. You can see the little tail. I use this mug when I know I'm gonna have a whaley awesome week. Ha ha ha, get it? Whaley awesome. I'm cheesy, what can I say? So, in other exciting news, well, two exciting things. Me personally, exciting news. I've been feeding, we talked about this a little bit last week. I've been feeding reef cell to my nano reef, and oh my gosh, you guys. I've got two little acan frags, and the first one, I guess 2 weeks ago, I noticed a little baby popping up on that first one. Well, I was hanging out Friday night just staring at my tank, and guess what? My second frag plug has 4 little baby heads. I'm so excited. Like, I can still see amazing growth in my zoanthids, and I've got a green sinularia leather. But I'm super, super excited to see those new heads on the both of those acans. So it's very, very exciting. But yeah, in case you want to know, reef cell. Trying to get it where it's not like so much glare from all the lights. And it's not focusing. Alright, so yeah, this is reef cell. It's micro-encapsulated food for your corals. We do have 2 different sizes. There's a small one, which is this. It's more of a powdered form, and then we have a larger one for those, good for like invertebrates and for like slow eaters like gobies or anthias. So yeah, but that's the one I use in my tank. My goal today is to get in and clean up the glass. I did a video, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, to give everybody, no way! To give everybody a baseline on my corals in my personal tank. That's over on Waterlogged. If you're not sure how to get there, the website to get there, waterloggedlife.com, all one word. That's my website. If you go to the website, and then there are links to the YouTube videos, so you can see the videos and like subscribe to the channel for the newest updates when I do the videos on those corals. Hold on, somebody just commented that I'm the reason they got a cowfish. Oh, well, thank you. That means a lot. How long have you had your cowfish? Tell me about your cowfish. You hear that, Frank? You inspire people, buddy. You have food? I just want food. Yeah, you. You have food after the show. Yeah, after the show. Let's see, what else was like, oh, it's so exciting. I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, I know. So I keep saying next weekend, but it might not be next weekend. The 22nd and 23rd in New York, 22nd, 23rd of June. I guess that is next weekend. Reefapalooza is in New York. New Life Spectrum should be there. I'm not sure, hey, at what capacity we will be there. The president, Ian, should be there. I'm not sure if he's going to be hanging out in a booth or if he's going to be walking around, but if you are going to be at Reefapalooza, definitely make sure you go say hi to Ian, find him, tell him hey, tell him how much you like the food, tell him there needs to be more cowbell. I don't know. more cowfish. Here we go, more cowfish. So yeah, if you're going to that show, definitely keep an eye out. Like a month. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, the flow in my tank, actually, to be completely honest, let's see if you can see. You can't see. I've got this really tiny power head. Oh yeah, you can't see it. So this guy got knocked around when I was feeding, but it doesn't have a lot of flow, and my other power head is dead, so Frank doesn't have a lot of stuff to fight with. But he fights with the hermit crab a lot. I've got a giant hermit crab in here that he's always trying to steal food from. So, what? Tell me more. Tell me all about your. Does your cowfish have a name? Does he have any tank mates? He, she? Yeah. So, in addition to telling you guys about the show, Prestige Reef on his Instagram page earlier this week, and I've seen it floating around. There is a meme. I don't know if you guys have seen the new Avengers movie. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but there's a scene in it where, I want to say with Hulk and Ant-Man maybe, and Hulk hands Ant-Man a bag of tacos, and they made a meme, instead of him handing a bag of tacos, it's Hulk handing Ant-Man a coral frag. And it kind of got me thinking, like, when we all started in the hobby, did you have somebody there helping you, like being that person, like handing you a coral frag or handing you some live rock or handing you some money wort or wisteria for your planet tank? Was there anybody there helping get you started in the hobby? I talked to a couple people over on Instagram. They said that yes, they actually named specific people that helped them. Somebody was saying that I can't remember who it was, but that somebody that had met on Instagram sold them a frag for really cheap, and it was because of that, and they had so much success with it that they have the reef tank that they do now. And it's always exciting to see hobbyists helping new hobbyists and other people. There's a lot of information out there on the internet right now, and even back when I started, like, I remember, like, Facebook was just sort of becoming a thing. Dates me. When I first started, like 10 years ago. And, there weren't all of these Instagram pages, and, maybe there was stuff on MySpace, and I just wasn't really into MySpace. But, a lot of it was forums and reading stuff online. But there's something to be said for, like, your local club members and, like, getting help from somebody in person, or, even, like, now on Instagram, the community there is absolutely amazing. And same here, you guys have all been, like, super great answering each other's questions, and I see people all the time, oh hey, I've got a bunch of extra plants, you pay the shipping, I'll send you free plants. So that sort of thing is really cool and very inspiring. We're all in this hobby together. I know New Life is a company, but still, like, we want everyone to succeed. Like, me personally, like, as an aquarist, I want everyone to succeed. Like, I want you to have success with your tank and fall in love, and I want it to be a good, fun experience for you. So shout out to everybody that helped us along in the beginning. I'll give my 2 shout outs. So I didn't find my local clubs when I first started. It took me a while to find them, but there was a guy when I was in college who sold me a bunch of live rock really, really cheap and answered a bunch of my dumb questions. So shout out to Chris Smith for sending me some free or some really cheap live rock. helping me get my tanks started. And also, I don't remember her name. There was a local fish store in town that absolutely was the best. I wish I could remember the name of it, but I'm gonna look it up and share it with you guys next week. If anybody's in Myrtle Beach, I wish I could remember the name, but there was a lady there that like answered my 21 questions all the time. I was in there 3 times a week. What about this? And should I dose with that? And can I put this fish with that fish? And what about plants? And super tons of questions, but very, very patient with me. And I think it's partially because of that I'm where I am today. Like people being patient and helping me, and this is embarrassing. I was telling Instagram peeps, like, when I first started, I heard about garlic you can add garlic to your fish's food, and I didn't realize that like you could actually buy garlic extract. And I was ready to go to the store and buy my garlic cloves and stick them in my tank, and like seems odd that a fish would eat garlic cloves, but I guess if that's what stimulates our appetite. And now, we have garlic. New Life adds garlic as an ingredient in some of our foods, and you can buy those garlic extracts to add to increase fish's appetite. So it's funny little things like that people help you along the way. All right, let's see. I've got a comment. Come back. Here we go. This cowfish has a tank with sailfin tang, snails, hermit crabs. He doesn't pick at any of my corals at all. Oh wow, that's awesome. Yes, good on you for feeding him seaweed. That's amazing that it doesn't eat corals. Prestige Reef. So he and I talk occasionally over cowfish, and he was saying that his cowfish doesn't mess with corals at all. But Frank, where'd you go, buddy? He disappeared because he knows I'm gonna talk bad about him for eating my corals. Frank eats corals. Frank loves corals, but I won't fault him. It's in his nature. Does yours? Let's see if we can see. I'm gonna put my coffee mug down real quick. Does yours spit water? I don't know if. Let's see if I can rotate this a little bit. Rotate the phone without the no. So right where this light reflection is, like right here, there's a whole. Oh, yep, you can see a little bit. There's like a whole ton of salt creep. I wipe this tank down all the time, and Frank is always forever spitting water. I actually like my stand. I'm gonna have to try and reseal my stand because he spits so much water that the salt creep is kind of breaking down this tank stand. Oh, that's awesome. After I did the live here last week, I went and fed, and he was sitting there waiting for me to put the pellets in, just spitting water. I'm like, man, I should have done the live on that. Are you on Instagram at all? If you are, you should send us a direct message so I can see your cowfish. Yay! There's another cowfish, buddy. That's so cool. So, yeah. I think I've talked about everything. I'm so thrown off by somebody got a cowfish because of Frank. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's the salt creep that you created. So yeah, that's so exciting. So I'm trying to think. I think that was all I had to talk about. So for everybody who is not watching this real time and live, please comment. Let me know. If there was a store that answered a bunch of your questions, if there was another, if there's a YouTuber that you really love, or an Instagram person or a Facebook person or page that, has just been really great and super supportive of you. I'm curious to know, who they were and, what they did for you or how they helped you out. Like I mentioned, there was the lady at the pet store that answered my 21,000 questions all the time. And my friend in college that, yep. Instagram is New Life Spectrum. It's all one word, though, on Instagram. Yeah. So, yeah, let me know who helped you out in the beginning, who motivated you and got you that good, positive advice. Something else before I leave. Somebody mentioned that books, and I talk about books all the time. I've got a whole bookshelf upstairs all about fish books, fish ID, fish health, algae, you name it. I've probably got a book about it, and if not, I need to find books on it. So yeah, books are another really good resource for new beginners to the hobby. But that's all I got for this week. Hopefully I will see you guys again next week. Have a great, wonderful week. I will look for those pictures of the cowfish. And yeah, if I do end up putting a video, if I get to making that video of my personal tank with my little corals and those little new baby coral heads on there, I will, I think there's a couple links for the waterlogged videos here on New Life's Instagram, so you can feel free to pop through and find. That's another easy way to find that channel. Oh, hold on. Hi again. Finally found the probiotics. Can you recommend another product from New Life Spectrum? So Andy's Reef, what kind of fish? Coral? Do you have coral? I assume by your name you do have coral. Probiotics. I say probiotics right now. Let me grab it. I'll just grab them all. Man, this is a supreme balancing act. Da-da-da. Put coffee down. All right. Andy Reef was just talking about probiotics. This is Frank's absolute favorite food. They should send him a paycheck, right? This is his absolute favorite. I don't know what about it is like what he loves so much, but probiotics, it's got those live bacteria cultures in there. Right now, if anybody asks me, this is good for freshwater or saltwater. This is probably my favorite food recommendation for anybody that's got fish that's looking for a food. This one's really conveniently, I have all the popular foods. Thera is, okay, I've got, yes, this. Thera is really good. It's not medicated, but it's got extra garlic and it helps to boost immunity. This is what I'm using to feed my clownfish that's got ear edema. It's battling that, but this is really, really good. A lot of people use this especially for new fish or fish that they think might be sick or stressed. So this is one of my regular feeds. But for you, Reef Cell, oh man, that's actually coming in good. So Reef Cell is our coral food. It is amazing. I don't know if you caught me a second ago talking about my little acans. I just noticed I've been feeding Reef Cell my second acan frag. I noticed on Friday has 4 brand new little, well, soon to be little baby acan heads on there. So I'm super, super excited, but this is the food that I'm feeding. The scooper spoon is not in here with it, but it comes with a little spoon. The amount of food that you need to feed is really, really small. Do not overfeed this. Personal experience, I've overfed it. My 20-gallon tank, I'm like, oh, my corals are starving. They're not starving. This is enough. But like, it's a teeny, teeny, tiny amount that you need that feeds 20 gallons. So this little sucker is gonna last you a while. It's micro encapsulated. It's gonna hang out in the water column for a little bit longer so that, you know, your corals, those filter feeding corals are gonna have a chance to pull this in. But I don't know if I've got pictures. I've got some mushrooms in my nano tank that were kind of small and puny when I got them, and like I thought they were just regular red mushrooms. Turns out they're not. They're the, I want to say, interstellar fancy mushrooms that have like all the like little colored spots on them. So this guy is totally, I don't want to say brought them to life, because they were really ugly when I first got them, to the point where I didn't realize what it was that I bought. But yeah, Reef Cell is the other one that I would recommend. I think you should be able to get this one for sure. I think on Amazon and maybe Walmart.com. I'm not sure. But yeah, I really, really love this one. Let's see, my other one. I'm gonna go. All right, thanks, OG. My other one, just because, you know, I'm here, I'm gonna talk about the foods. This is Algae Max. Yeah, Frank. This is one of Frank's other favorite foods. It's got 9 different types of algae and seaweeds in it. It's really good for all of your herbivores, omnivores. It's going to give them a nice balanced veggie portion. Especially like if you don't like messing with seaweed or anything, because I know sometimes if they don't get it, like you pull those seaweed clips out, and those are kind of gross. Like they have like a slimy seaweed all stuck over there. So yeah, I just pop these in. These are good for, Frank loves this one. Cowfish eat a lot of vegetables too. So I put this in there for him, not only for him, but for also my tangs. And I've got a lot of hermit crabs in there, so they all pick and eat at Algae Max. So, yep. Biased to my personal preference, but okay. Yeah, yeah, off the top of my head, I don't know what sizes these come in. I think Algae Max comes in a small, like a 0.5 millimeter pellet. I'm not 100% sure though. I don't want to promise it does. It should though. Another thing is the reef cell. It comes, it says right here small. It comes in a small, but also comes in a large. And the large is good for like filter feeding macro invertebrates, but also for like the slower eating fish, like the gobies or the anthias and stuff. So you could, like, depending on what kind of corals you have, just kind of take a look at this. The photos online should have this. All right, so this one is 10 to 80 microns. So hard to see with the glare. So, and it's not focusing either. So right here, there we go, on the jar, and it'll show you, the large will tell you like how many microns. So you can use, I guess you could use either of those and see, you know, like see which size-wise would be better. But yeah. All right, thank you guys so much for joining. I've had a wonderful Monday morning spending time with you guys. I love interacting, so thank you. If you are going to Reefapalooza, look out for Ian to put. He should be there. I'm not sure where, but look out for him. New Life Spectrum president. Tell him I sent you. Have a great week, guys. See you next week.